The term slip and fall makes it sound like you took a little oopsies and tumbled somewhere, you got a bruise, and then you're out there trying to collect some giant sum of money from a business, an insurance company, because, hey, you're entitled to it. You know, and the insurance companies love the idea of that because then they get to treat these kinds of injuries as a nuisance and tell people that their claims aren't worth anything, that they're making it up, that they're really not injured, or they didn't do it, or they're not at fault, you're at fault, you fell, it's your fault. It's not like a car accident where somebody hit you, you fell, that's your problem. That's how they like to treat these cases. And part of the reason why they get away with treating these cases this way is because the area of law that governs slip and fall cases, which is premises law, is very complex. It's far more complicated than you would imagine because it looks at the way that different people enter property or businesses or homes. It creates a lot of opportunity for legal argument, legal maneuvering that allows responsible parties to avoid their own responsibility. And most of these types of claims involve people going into businesses, government facilities, where you're invited into the property. You're allowed to be there. They want you to be there, especially businesses where they're open for business. They want you to come in as a customer, right? So they've invited you in. Colorado law says they have a duty to make sure that it's reasonably safe for you to be there. They want you there. They've got to make it safe for you to be there. They've got to look for dangerous conditions and either fix them or put out warning signs. You think about when you go into the store and they've just mopped or there's been a spill, you see those yellow signs that say warning, the floor is wet. That's why. But sometimes businesses don't do that. They don't look out for those dangerous conditions, or they create dangerous conditions and just don't care. Well, that can result in a lot of serious injuries. Falls don't always just occur because somebody took a little tumble. Oftentimes people fall, and when you slip and fall on a hard surface like a floor in a store, that can cause really serious injuries. Even if you wouldn't think so, it happens all the time. Or people fall because flooring is loose or stairs are loose. Or if you're in a store, it might be a situation where products aren't secured on top shelves and fall on you. And falling objects can cause really serious head and neck injuries. But of course, not all slip and fall injuries involve stores or businesses where people are shopping. People also get injured in these kinds of premises cases all over the place. But the law is very complicated, and businesses and insurance companies often fight very hard to avoid these claims because, again, they see it as a nuisance. And so if you've suffered one of these experiences where you've been injured at a business, a government facility, even in somebody else's home, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're not entitled to compensation for your medical bills, for what's happened to you, for your lost wages. But you do need to hire an attorney who has some experience working these kinds of cases. Because they are complicated, you don't want to be somebody's first run at this kind of case. I've handled a lot of these cases involving a lot of big businesses, government facilities, states, and they are very complicated to pursue, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you shouldn't pursue it. At very least, you should talk to an experienced attorney and just let that attorney talk to you about the case and review it. We offer people free reviews on their cases. So if you've suffered one of these kinds of injuries, give us a call. Send us a message through our website. Let us know what went on. We'll review it. If we don't feel like we're the right firm, I'll tell you that. If we're not sure that there's a case, we'll tell you that too. But you deserve to at least know what your rights are and what kind of compensation you might be able to get for what happened